friends? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. This cat lady here is super excited today because we're going to be playing around with the new Chantecaille Cheetah Collection. That's right, I have the new Cheetah Eye Trio and all three of the new lip veils. We're going to be putting these on my face today, and of course, I will be sharing my completely honest thoughts with you. So if you want to hang out with me today and play around with this new collection from Chantecaille, then keep watching. All right, friends, let's get into it. If you are not familiar with this collection, once again, this is the Chantecaille Cheetah Collection. This is a part of their philanthropy series. I want to say that they do maybe like 2 of these a year. The proceeds from the sale of this collection goes to the Cheetah Conservation Fund. With every single collection, they usually pick a different type of animal, different type of fund to donate to. So for this collection, it is the Cheetah Conservation Fund. It is a rather small collection, but there's nothing wrong with that. We have the Cheetah Eye Trio, and then we have 3 of the Cheetah lip veils. So this is what I'm going to be demoing and swatching for you guys today. Let's kick things off with the Cheetah Eye Trio. So this is going to be an eyeshadow palette with 3 shades. And before I show you the shades, guys, okay, can we just take a look at this super cute packaging? You guys know I'm a huge cat lady, so I think the packaging is super cute. You have what I think is the mama cheetah and her 3 little cubs. Wouldn't this make such a cute gift for your mom or like your auntie? Maybe a gift for yourself if you're a mom. I just think that the packaging is super cute, and we do have a gold component. Opening it up, we have 2 neutral matte shades. Very basic colors, I'm just gonna call that out. Okay, this is not like a groundbreaking color story. It's Chantecaille. Usually their customers like something a little bit more soft, a little bit more natural. That is their vibe, okay? So just calling that out right now. So we've got the 2 neutral everyday mattes, and then we have this beautiful shimmer to pair along with them. So you guys are gonna see what that looks like on my eyes in just a second. And then in addition to that, we have the 3 lip veils. The lip veils from Chantecaille are such a beautiful formula. I would say they're relatively pigmented, but not as much as like a matte lipstick, for example, and they give such a beautiful kind of shine and plumpness to the lips. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys are gonna see in just a second. But once again, let me show you the packaging of these. They have the little cheetah there on the top of the component, and I do like how they did sort of a frosted look on the bottom and then shiny on the top. All 3 of the shades have a slightly different tone to the component. Like they're all kind of a gold or bronze color, but I like that they made it different so that I can tell the difference between them if I happen to purchase several of them. So that's good. And by the way, if you happen to be enjoying this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Sophia, and welcome to my channel that is all about having fun with luxury beauty. I help you shop for luxury beauty. We talk about what's going on in the industry. If you love luxury beauty, or maybe you're just getting into luxury beauty, then you're in the right place, my friend. Hit that subscribe button to join our fam, because I upload new videos and reviews just like this one every single week. And as a reminder, friends, I will link all of the products that we're talking about in this video in the description box down below, along with all of the Chantecaille makeup that is currently on my face today. It's all going to be down below. I do use affiliate links, so when you shop through my links, it does go back to supporting my channel. Thank you so much. And with that, let's get on with the rest of this review. And without further ado, let's get these products on my face. Starting off, of course, with the Eye Trio. I'm going to go in to the lightest shade here on the end, and let's see what that looks like as kind of like a base all over the eye. It's a very, very smooth formula. And by the way, I forgot to mention the prices. I'm so sorry. This retails for $78, so it's very expensive. I am going to be honest with you guys in my final thoughts on whether or not I think this is worth it. But first off, what I want to say is that this shade is incredibly smooth, and it does add quite a nice base. You can definitely tell the difference of this eye versus this eye. This one without the pigment, you can certainly see those little sort of lines and imperfections on my eyelid, just kind of the veininess that I have there. And you know what, I'm gonna put this on the lower lash line as well. Next, I'm gonna take a fluffy crease brush, and I'm gonna go into the center shade just to add a little depth to the crease. You do get a little bit of kick up in the pan with these shadows, but it's nothing too messy. Honestly, I think it's just because the formula is so finely milled, but we're gonna see if we can build this color up at the end, maybe just adding a little bit more depth once the shimmer has been applied. It's a very beautiful brown. Like these shades are not particularly warm, which I think a lot of you guys are gonna be happy about, but they're also not like the coolest things I've ever seen. It's fairly neutral, which so far I do like the tones of these. Okay, now let's go into the shimmer shade, and I do want to call out, friends, that when this arrived, I got this in PR, by the way. When this arrived at my doorstep, this shade was a little bit broken, so I kind of pressed it back in. I don't think anybody else has had that issue so far from what I've heard, but I just wanted to mention it because it does look a little like bumpy in the pan. I just want to be honest with you guys, it did arrive broken, but it's looking pretty good now. I cleaned it up. So let's see what it looks like on the eye, because that is the most important thing. And by the way, Chantecaille is sending me another one. They have very good customer service, so I wouldn't worry, you know, if yours comes broken, just send them a photo and they will absolutely replace it. It's actually, like, it's not sheer, but it has a really nice kind of softness to it. I wasn't expecting it to look this soft because it kind of looks pretty glittery in the pan and when I swatch it, but it has a really like nice subtleness to it. It's nice. Let's get that on the other eye. If you are new here, by the way, I film in natural light, so hopefully you'll get a good idea of what these colors look like in the true natural light. I'm also gonna put a little bit of that shimmer on the lower lash line. Let's see if it stays equally as smooth. My cat is snoring so loud right now. If I seem a little bit distracted, like looking around, she's snoring so loudly. She's behind the chair here, sitting in like a little sunny spot. And she's just snoring away. Maybe she knows that I'm reviewing the Cheetah collection and she wants to like be in the video. So this is what we have so far. Get it a little bit closer so you can kind of see the soft textures. Very smooth, very easy to work with. Once again, like not the craziest color story, but they really nailed the shimmer. It's absolutely gorgeous. And what I'm gonna do now is see if I can build up, as I mentioned before, the center shade. I have right here a Wayne Goss E3. So I'm just gonna dip into that shade and let's just see. Let's just see if we can build it up a little bit more. Okay, definitely. It's not gonna be like an ultra smoky look, but I do think it looks quite elegant. You definitely can build it up to the point where, you know, it's gonna look that color. It's not gonna be like a dark chocolate brown, but you can see the difference between that eye and this eye. So if you wanted to maybe make this a little bit more sultry, you certainly could do that. You also could just use the shimmer as a one and done, something like that, if you really, really were in a hurry, because I feel like this palette, it's definitely for more of like that minimalist type of look, or maybe you're traveling or on a work trip or something like that, and you just need something super duper easy. I feel like this is a good palette for that. As a final step, I'm gonna go back into the lightest shade, and I'm going to use this to blend out the edges and just kind of get everything super softened, which it works really well for. And with that, I'm gonna go pop on some mascara and I will be right back to show you the final eye look. All right, and here is the final look with the Cheetah Eye Trio. Comment down below and let me know what you think. I really like the softness of this look, and the colors are definitely very classic, very neutral, very elegant. And of course, I like the little cheetahs on the front. I really enjoyed looking at the little cheetah cubs as I applied this makeup. I will share more in my final thoughts, but next up, friends, we're gonna move on to the lip veils. I'm gonna kick things off with the shade Desert Lily. And actually, let me just swatch this for you first. We'll sort of swatch them as we go along so you can maybe see the differences between them. So this shade is going to be pretty rosy. I thought that this collection was going to be a little bit more nude, but it actually is a pretty rosy shade with a little hint of nude. This is also going to be the one that is, I think, the closest to my natural lip color, which is rather rosy. So just kind of keep that in mind. This might pop a little bit more on your lips, but for me, it's a little bit more of like a my lips but better, my lips but rosier. And I would say it's rather like neutral to cool. This one isn't super warm if you're worried about that. So this one is Desert Lily. I will say I think this one is maybe a little bit too pinky and mauvey for my taste when paired with the eyeshadow. I probably would wear this one with a very light neutral pink eye, or maybe like a champagne eyeshadow, something like that. Maybe not so much with this like taupier eye color, but standalone. Very beautiful shade. So I wiped that one off, and now we're gonna go into the shade Wild Senna. Let me swatch this one for you, and this one is going to be warmer and peachier. See that right there? So let's apply this one. This one's probably gonna be a little bit more up my alley. And I do apologize, friends. I don't know if any of these are repeats. I don't have every single lip veil that has ever been launched within the past couple of years. So comment down below if any of these or if all of these are repeats. Maybe some of us need to go into our collections and see if we already have these shades. Please let us know. All I know is that these are being released with the cheetah packaging and that they are a part of this collection. This is a beautiful neutral shade. This is definitely like a throw it in my purse and go type of shade. Would I wear it with this eye? I think I would because this one is a little bit more nude, at least in my mind. It's really pretty. If you've never tried this formula before from Chantecaille, as you can see, it's pretty glossy, it's very nourishing, very moisturizing. It is pigmented enough that you can tell the difference between the shades, but it's not so pigmented like, you know, a matte lipstick where you need to be really careful how you apply it. It's a very carefree product. And the component as well is very nice and weighty. It has the little like magnetized cap. I really like this product. It's $54, so it's very, very expensive. But when you find a shade that you really like, at least in my experience, you do get a lot of good use out of it. And then finally we have Acacia, which is gonna be the deepest of the three. Look how beautiful that is. Kind of a, I would say like a deeper rose. If you really wanted something richer than that first one, this is gonna be the one to go with. Yes. I like this one. This is probably, maybe other than the ruby shade that I own from Chantecaille, probably one of the most pigmented lip veils that I've ever tried. I don't have one like this at all. Wow. This is gonna be so beautiful on many skin tones, but I think especially if you have maybe like a golden skin tone or a deeper skin tone, this is gonna look so rich and luxurious. Let me get a good layer. And here is the final look with Acacia. Oh my goodness, look at this lip color. This one is definitely my favorite. And actually, this is the one that I probably would wear with the eye trio for like a soft, elegant, maybe more autumnal evening look. But I think if you wore it with a lighter eye, it would be great like for every day, even for work or whatever. It's a very easy lip color to pull off, very easy formula, but I'm really vibing with the combination of the eye trio and this shade. So comment down below, let me know which of the three lippies you liked the best. Which one would you pick based off maybe what you already have in your collection, what suits you best? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that, let's get into my final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts on this collection, and then also I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of comparison swatches at the end. I wanna start off by saying, yes, this collection was gifted to me in PR, but that being said, this video is not sponsored. You guys know I'm always very honest with you. These products are very expensive, and personally, I don't want my subscribers to waste their money on things that they don't really want or don't need. There's a lot of other beautiful products out there, okay? So if this doesn't work out for you, subscribe to my channel. I promise I will help you find something that does. Putting all the prices aside, I do think this is a really beautiful collection. The color stories are not groundbreaking, and you know what? I've kind of just accepted the fact that Chantecaille is not really gonna do groundbreaking color stories. That's not really their aesthetic. That's not their branding. I really think that their customer wants something that's just like simple, everyday, easy to use, effortless, just a softer, you know, just kind of elegant, again, everyday type of look. They're not gonna be putting out crazy color stories, and I think if you understand that and you're okay with that, then you can get past the fact that a lot of the colors are a little bit dupeable. But putting that aside, I will say I think the formulations are really beautiful, and I do really like the packaging. Speaking specifically about the eyeshadow trio first, you know, the two mattes, as you saw in the demonstration, they are so easy to use, so effortless, so finely milled, very blendable. I do like the fact that I have sort of a lighter base shade, something that I can use to highlight the brow bone, use as a base, use to blend, etc. I have another one here that I can use to add a little bit more depth in the crease. You did see I can build up the color a little bit. And then the shimmer shade is quite lovely as well. It's soft, but it still has a beautiful metallic impact. I thought that maybe it was going to be a little bit too glittery for my taste, but actually it went on really smoothly on the eye. It's a beautiful color, and I just feel like they really nailed the tones. It's a really beautiful kind of neutral to slightly cool leaning, elegant, classic eyeshadow palette. Is it worth the $78? I mean, I think it's worth it if number one, you really like the packaging, and number two, if these are like your colors, which I know for a lot of my subscribers they are. You know, if you pick this up and you create a beautiful neutral look every single day, if you feel like you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, and if these cute little cheetah cubs just brighten up your day whenever you go to do your makeup, then yeah, I think it is worth it. And $78, that is a lot for an eye trio. But that being said, you know, I hate to say it, guys, it is priced pretty much alongside other luxury brands. When you think about Dior, their palettes are almost $70 at this point, even more if it's going to be like a limited edition version. Tom Ford palettes are $90 to $95, so at $78 for 3 shades, you are kind of right there alongside other luxury brands, especially considering that you're getting this cute limited edition packaging. It's sad but true, okay? I don't price these things, it's sad, but it is true. But I don't think that this is gonna be something that is like an absolute must-have. I think if you really like cheetahs, you really like these colors, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. I was surprised by this palette. I don't know, I felt like it was just gonna be very meh, but I actually really like the performance of the shadows. I really like the look that I created. I don't think it's that different from other things that I have in my collection, but I do think it is a really beautiful palette, and if you can check those 2 boxes, then I think it is worth the $78, if that makes sense. The lip veils are also really, really beautiful. Usually when these collections come out, my recommendation is, you know, if you already have a lot of other eyeshadow palettes, or if you aren't really jazzed by the color story that they have in that particular collection, my recommendation is to take a look at the lip veils, because these are really nice everyday moisturizing formula. Like I said, something that you can just toss in your purse. They are $54, they are very expensive, but if you see a shade that you think you're gonna get a lot of use out of, and once again, if you like the packaging, I don't think that you're gonna be disappointed. You know, I've opened up my wallet to buy a couple of these in the past, and whenever I have, I'm like, it's very expensive, but I do really like it. It is a very elegant, very beautiful formula, and I actually really like this shade, Acacia. This would be the one that I would pick up, just because I don't have a lip veil like this. I don't even think I have anything in this particular lipstick category in this shade. I think it's just a really beautiful, lovely shade. The other two, which I will compare with the Sea Turtle lip veils in just a second, the other two I think are more dupeable. I just have to be honest with you guys. So if you're really looking for the perfect shade, I would probably go with the Acacia one. If you don't have any lip veils, or if you don't have a lot of, you know, glossy, moisturizing balm lipsticks, then maybe get one of the other two. But personally, I think that this shade is so beautiful and a little bit more unique. So yeah, friends, those are my thoughts on the collection. Very beautiful, very good quality, really cute packaging. I think it's a good collection for the average consumer that maybe doesn't have a ton of makeup, the average Chantecaille customer. But for a lot of us who are makeup fanatics and have a lot in our collections, just take a second to think if this is going to, you know, add anything new to what you already have. That's all I'll say. And with that, let me show you guys a couple of quick comparisons, starting off with the eyeshadow palette. I just wanted to show you a comparison with this Mustang eyeshadow. I have this in Pinto. I'm pretty sure that this shade is going to be a little bit more sparkly and maybe a little bit more purpley. Yeah, compared to the shimmer that is in the Cheetah palette. I really, really liked this shade. I do think it comes across a little bit more purple, especially on the eye. And also it is, I think, a little bit more sparkly, whereas this one is a little bit, you know, kind of softer and elegant. I also, just to kind of clear up any confusion, I wanted to show you guys here, they do have the Cheetah single. What are these called again? The luminescent eye shades singles. And this shade is totally different from what we get in this palette. I guess it would be similar to the lightest shade right there, except this is going to be, you know, like a shimmering champagne. It's pretty, but I will say I don't really like these as much as I do the formula that's in the trio. The Mustang collection, I think, was an exception because this shade is really smooth and really beautiful, but I actually don't like most of the luminescent eye shades. Sorry, Chantecaille, but It seems like they've improved the formula with these newer Mustang ones. And then I also wanted to quickly show you a comparison with the very classic Tom Ford Nude Dip, because this is kind of the very classic neutral to cool tone, brownie, taupey, greigey color story that we all know and love in the luxury beauty community. I don't think you can get the same look, but I do think you can get kind of like a similar look. So I thought we would just swatch these here to see if we can kind of see a difference. So that shade is gonna be a little bit more gray. It's this one from the palette. Let's do the deepest one there. That's gonna be a little bit darker. I do think you can get more depth with that one. This one's gonna be a little bit, yeah, a little bit lighter and brighter, so there's no exact dupes in here. And then this one for sure, yeah, that's gonna be more like the other Cheetah shade that's in the single. So overall, I would say that the Cheetah palette is a little bit more brown, and Nude Dip has more of a range of kind of browns, greiges, a little bit of a peachy color, and a champagne. But hopefully that's helpful, just so you can kind of see, you know, just helps to see a comparison there so you know where to place it in your mind. It's not a groundbreaking color story, but like I said, the formula is really nice. And finally, I'll do a quick comparison of the lip veils in this collection with the lip cheeks from the Sea Turtle collection. I don't see a big difference between the formulas, by the way, lip veil versus lip cheek. Sometimes, you know, one color is a little bit more pigmented than the other, but we shall see here in the swatches. So right here I have Coral Vine. This one's gonna be quite different. It's kind of like a brighter pink, and you should still be able to get these, at least at the time of me filming this video. So if you're trying to decide which ones to get, hopefully this will be helpful. This one is called Starflower. This is gonna be, I think, a better one to swatch. It's not quite as deep as the Acacia shade, but it's not as light as Wild Senna. And I'm always forgetting the other one, Desert Lily. Desert Lily. Next we have Ginger Lily, okay, not to be mixed up with Desert Lily. And this one is also more of like a brighter color of a coral. You can clearly see the difference between these like spring summer shades and what I think is more of like a late summer fall type of palette. You tell me, like, what is the difference between the lip cheek and the lip veil? Because it doesn't seem all that different to me, to be honest with you. And then Rosea, this is my favorite one from the Sea Turtle collection. Once again, that's gonna be a little bit more vibrant. So I think that they're different enough. I'm sure there's some other lip veils or cheeks that have come out that are kind of similar to the three in the Cheetah collection, but if you're looking at the previous collection, I definitely think that these are different enough. And that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this little review of the Chantecaille Cheetah collection. If you liked this video or found it helpful, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think it is super boring? Is it very overpriced? Do you like the simple and neutral elegance of this collection? I feel like we could go both ways, so I would love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't already, and with that, friends, I hope that you see some beauty in your day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.